Alright, welcome to Chord Corner again on my sofa today. So I'm going to look at the F chord. Now the F chord can cause lots of problems for beginners, so there's a few different ways we teach it. So let's get started. I'll get a bit closer so you can have a nice easy view of my hand here, okay? Right. Here we go. So the first way to teach it would be here, first finger on the second string, first fret, and then we just go up the strings. So third string, second fret, and fourth string, third fret. They're going up a bit like steps, dunk, 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 okay? And when we do this way of playing it, we can only play the three strings that our fingers are on. So that's going to sound like this. And that'll be our first way of doing an F chord. And the reason for that is it's avoiding any bars, and a bar is when we play multiple strings with one finger, and that's what makes the F chord really tricky for some people. So the next one is this first finger is going to do a mini bar, and it's going to go across the first two strings here. So now we're doing the bottom string, which is an F note, and the second string, okay? Then the other two fingers are the same. Now we can play four strings. We have that extra lovely high note in there, the F. Okay, so from there we can add another finger here. So we have now got a mini bar, first and second strings, middle finger on the third string, fourth string is going to be our pinky, and then the fifth string is going to be our third finger. All right, so that's going to look like this. And that now adds in this bass note. You can hear our chords starting to sound more full, a bit nicer. And that leaves us with only one more note to add, which is our bass F. Now the traditional way, a typical way of doing this would be a full bar. So our first finger is now barring that bass note, and importantly these two strings at the bottom, right? So we now have this. Now another way to play that is going back to where we were before with the mini bar, and then getting the thumb over the top to play that bass note, which some people prefer. Okay, so try all of those. Start with the first one, add the mini bar. That's often a bit of a challenge. Once you've got that, then just add the other finger here to add in the bass note, and then you can go and try the full bar or try the thumb over the top method, whichever you find more comfortable. Okay, obviously if you've got smaller hands, this thumb over the top is pretty tricky, so you're probably gonna have to try the full bar. Now one of the reasons the F chord is so important is it's one of our first movable shapes that we really look at. So this is an F based off this F note here, and if I move this whole shape up, for example 2 frets, 1, 2, and I put my full bar on again, I'm now playing a G. So it's a really important shape as it moves all around the fretboard and is really, really usable. So I could go F, G. If I wanted to play an A, I could just move up again, move up to here for a C. So you can see how usable this shape is. So it's a really important one, even though it is a bit of a stinker to play. All right, it's generally one of the first bar chords you have to learn, so it's tricky. So stick with it. Try this one, which is just the mini bar, before you go on and try the full bar. All right, and have fun.